box.
Come on, come on. We are glad to be young, Christian, and black. We are glad to be young, Christian, and black.
What we were able to accomplish in this past 3 days, and we will have to present the full thing at a later time. I just want to let you all know that just time was of the essence for us. But I do want to share a few of the highlights from our session. We're going to close with our very talented Sierra, who wrote a special rap based on faith, and you know we've heard quite a few of our young people are very talented in that way, so she's going to share that. But one thing we did in addition to learning about how our faith gives us something to stand on as young Christians, right? Yes, we're talking about how challenging and how hard it is to be Christian, right? Why is it hard to be a Christian sometimes?
It's hard to be a Christian sometimes because you can have the opportunity you can be given Christianity, but, what was the other part? You have to learn how to accept it. Yeah, Lewis, come on, bring us out.
Well, Christianity is given to you, but it's your choice to take it or not.
Yeah. So we had some philosophical discussions, and Miss Wendy Stan, she was a huge help too. And one of the things we talk about is, particularly from today's lesson, how challenging and hard it is to be excellent all the time, to be holy, to be just, to practice those things, to walk as a Christian. But I said that is our expectations of them, and that is our expectations of each other. So, how does all this relate to hip-hop hope? Well, hip-hop is the generation of those of us who are 50 and under. So they're included in that too, right? So we talked about the 4 elements of hip-hop. Who remembers one of the elements of hip-hop? Just shout it out.
DJing.
DJing is mixing things, manipulating sound. You should be up here. What's another element of hip-hop? Rapping, MCing. What's another element of hip-hop? No, that's probably B-boy, breaking. What's that 4th element of hip-hop that Mr. Harrod helped you all with? Is graffiti. So we talked about, well, what is hip-hop? How does that relate to you all and who we are? Well, hip-hop grew out of a generation of people in the hard, tough streets of the Bronx, as we know, who instead of being violent, they were creative. It's a way of expression. So how can we apply that to ourselves as Christians? What do they need to be expressing? And how can they express themselves physically, like the breakers? How can they express themselves with their words about manipulating situations, like a DJ, and putting it into a godly, holy way if they're in negative situations? How can they manipulate their words? How can they express themselves with their words? So they came up with something, a project that we're going to work on, but it's called CROSS. And the acronym CROSS, y'all want to say it together? Stands for Christians Rise, Overcome Society Struggle. And that is what they want to express to hip-hop hope. So we'll repeat that. Christians Rise, Overcoming Society Struggles. They came up with that. These young people came up with that.
Tara's not here right now, but I just want to shout out to her because she came up with the S's with society and struggles.
So, Mr. Harrod, my husband, Mr. Harrod, who is a graffiti artist from California. He's a visual artist, but he got his start expressing himself through graffiti art, which is a legitimate art form now. So he worked with some of our young men and girls, just passed it on, and they learned how to work on lettering first. And these things were put on trains. Those young people in the Bronx were expressing themselves. In some ways, people said negatively, but it wasn't all negatively. They were expressing their feelings about themselves, their feelings about their culture, their feelings about their neighborhood, even talking about unjust things that they saw. So they worked on lettering yesterday. So what we're going to do is Mr. Harrod over a few weeks is going to work with some of our young people who are interested in this. They're going to do something with the cross and create it. We don't know if it'll be a big panel that we're able to put up here somehow, but we're going to use this graffiti style so that they can express with a larger audience what they wanted to express, the whole concept of the cross. Christians rising, overcoming society struggles. So I'm very proud of them for doing that. Y'all see it? And with more time, we have to click, it will happen. And our swag kit, anybody who's really interested in working on that project, you'll get, you can do that. So we'll have more information on how to sign up for that. So we're going to close with